Right, what we need to do is lay it out in order. So we need to start out, we need to lay this out in order. So we lay this out in order. Everything is labelled with letters such as A, B, C and D and so forth. So we just need to put this thing together, like so. So we have the outline shape. Now we need to build the structure support. I just wanted to point out that all these parts have like a little white tick at the top, indicating that it's the top part. And there we have the main frame constructed. It's just a matter of tightening. Here are the plastic notch screws that you screw in to secure the supporting beams. Just to show you what I'm trying to do is we're just trying to screw in these plastic screws in there to secure the supporting beam, so you'll be able to make it very secure. Once you've finally got these installed in all the legs, you have to really push these into place. And I'm not going to say this was an easy thing. Absolutely a nightmare, because I don't think it's been machined properly, and a lot of it is basically physical force and brute force to push the parts in, hold them in place, and then put these in and twist them. So it'll take a lot of effort and a lot of perseverance, but it should be worthwhile at the end of it. Okay, we have these side panels that slot in place quite easily, but first thing you need to do, remove the sticker, because we don't need that anymore, and then just slot it in. Remember the bottom part, remember the frame here as it is the bottom, so you need to think in reverse order which way you want to have it. What you need to do is you need to lubricate the slotting parts. I'm doing that with oil, but the manufacturer says you can do that with water. I think oil is a bit easier. Do that, and then you just slot it in the desired way. Right, we've got to put this in the right way. Because it's upside down, you've got to remember that. Don't put it in the wrong way. So the most of the volume of space we have here is the bottom part. That's the top part. Keep that in mind. Again, we're going to lubricate it. You can use oil or water. The manufacturer recommends water, but if I'm honest with you, I think oil will do a better job. Vegetable oil should be fine. You just want to make sure you put it in the right slot, as such. So we've lubricated it, and we just slot it in the right way, as we have on all the other ones, like so, and then just slot it down. It should be relatively easy, this one. If you find that you're hurting your hands a lot, because a lot of this is brute force, just get that key thing that comes with it and just push it down a little bit with that, then you don't hurt your hands as much. And then that's in place, and we'll do the rest. Remember, lubricate it so it slots in nicely. Again, remember you put it in the right way, and when you're finished you want to take all your labels off, because those will be visible. So we've lubricated it, just pop it in there. Be very careful though not to rip anything, because it is metal on fabric. So just slot it in gently, not too much force. It's not going in as easily as it should do. Get some more lubricant, put it on. The more you put on, the easier it should be. You might have noticed I'm putting it the wrong way, so that explains why I'm having difficulty. Right, there's a lot of these support bars that need to be put in place with these plastic keys, which we just slot in as you have previously to the main frame, and just turn it like that. When I've attached all these, I'll show you how it looks. Then you can see more or less how I've gone about putting these on. Right, we have 4 long supporting beams that will go vertically and 2 will go crossways. I'll put those on and I'll show you what it looks like. I just want to talk briefly about the final bar you put on the top, which is at the front. This is designed to give you easy access to install it, because as you can appreciate there's a lot of tension in there. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to show you the difficult parts of the interior of setting this up. Now here we have crossbars. You need to make sure that these support sections here are in the right place and right location, because you want the hole to be at the top. This isn't detailed in the instructions very clearly, so you need to make sure that this support has the hole support at the top, and obviously the back support there has a hole at the bottom, so you can actually screw these plastic screws and slot them in there. Other difficult parts that I found that the instructions weren't very clear on is how to attach the actual wire support here. As you can see, I've put it just round the foot of the actual leg. Same here and same here. Another key thing to note is when you put these supports across here, and obviously you've got your main support at the bottom, is that the holes line up. So this cross support down here will fit. Because if you put these in the wrong way, you'll have a hole over here and it won't give it the support that it needs. Instructions are not very clear, but I hope this video will give you a bit more insight on the difficult parts. Right, this is the waterfall. I'm going to attach this. You just screw it on underneath basically. So, just to let you know, there's some grooves at the bottom of this that will slot over the little thing there. And once you've got it in place, you need to make sure you've loosened it, put it in place, hopefully it'll go, and it'll go in there, and then you just tighten it up. Just do it finger tight. And there you go, that's the waterfall setup. Right, I just wanted to show you the underlay that is used to protect the liner. That it's really there if you're putting this outside and you possibly have stones and debris lying around. It's designed to protect the liner. Right, here is the liner with the 3 front windows. Just to let you know, there is some plastic film on the inside that you can pull off. It's just to protect it. So basically you just fit it in like that, like so. I just want to show you the hooks that you attach the liner to, which are these things here. So the idea is you get one of these holes here, and you attach it on there, and it should be quite simple, but I'll get on with the install. Right, I've put the liner in. As you can see, it can be quite difficult. What it is you need to get them on these hooks here. Also, the waterfall, I originally put it on first, but realised that there is a hook underneath the actual waterfall. So I took that off, put the liner in properly, took a good 20 minutes to do so, and then put the waterfall back on. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to go through the pump setup. Hopefully it'll be quite informative to anyone who wants to set this up. It's quite complicated, but first of all let's have a look at the actual filter itself. So to open it up, you just pull it over here and that lifts up. So you've got 2 filter mediums there. Honeycomb sponge and another filter there. Then we got ceramic filtration for the bacteria there, and this is an all-in-one system which is really heavy duty. So that's the filtration. To lock it, you just put it back over like that. And I want to go through the wiring because it can be quite daunting when you see this. So the wiring cable we have here, which is this little transformer here, is actually for the LED light and the UV light in there as well. Unfortunately, they don't include any plugs, which is quite disappointing for the amount of money you spend. I would have thought it'd be common sense to just give you even some indoor plugs at the very least. Anyway, here's the system I've set it up as, where you've got the fountain at the top, but you can also attach the waterfall that I've set up on the actual half moon pond, which you can attach on there. This controls the flow. So obviously if you have both set up, you won't have a big fountain going off. But if you're like me, would like both to be running simultaneously, that's how you do that. However, if you decide you just want the fountain, you can obviously take all this off. Let me just unscrew that. Take all that off. Attach one of these nozzles here. This is just for the waterfall. Put it back on there, like so, and then you just attach your pipe, your PVC pipe to that for your waterfall, and obviously that is pretty good. If you want to control the flow, however, of your waterfall, you can do that. I'm taking that off, because this little device controls the flow, you see. So what you can do is take that off. Well, what's pretty good about this pump is it's quite high quality and heavy duty. So you know, it should be more than useful for anyone who's wants to do this. Also has a telescopic arm on here, so you know that can go up and down. So you just reattach the flow. Like so. Put the nozzle on the top, and that will allow you to actually control the flow of the waterfall by putting the nozzle on there. So as you can see, it's very versatile. There's many options on here for having multiple options on here. Obviously, I'll go through the three heads that you get for the fountain. You have the globe effect, which is like a solid water sphere around the actual fountain. You have the spray type and a smaller version of that. So you've really got three options. You've got your waterfall, well, four really. You've got your waterfall and the fountain, or you've just got the three options for the fountain, or the waterfall in its entirety on its own. So it's up to you, you know, how good you think this is. So it is an all-in-one system, and it does take a lot of room up in the pond. Just keep that in mind when you're thinking about the size of the pump. You know, I've got some really small ones for a small pond, which are only about so big, but this is really big. But it should give you clear water. Why the UV light is very important in there is to try and keep your algae down. If you're the type of person that likes clear water and don't want green water, that will be invaluable. Basically, it kills the algae off. Anyway, I just hope this little video was helpful. Obviously, you do get extra bits and bobs. You do get an extension arm as well. So if you want it to be higher, maybe protruding out the water if you wish to, you've got that. But I just hope this little video was helpful in terms of showcasing what's included. The only challenging part of this, I think, will be the fact that there's no plugs, and if you do want to use it indoors, like as I've got it set up indoors, I'm going to have to get some plugs and wire that up myself. Wiring isn't too difficult with plugs, don't be too concerned. And if you're unsure, just pop on YouTube and watch someone who will show you. There's lots of DIY people on YouTube who are more than happy to show you how to do basic DIY jobs. So I just wanted to showcase what this pump does with the Half Moon Mocha that I've got here. One other feature that I don't think I've mentioned is there is a ball joint here, so you can aim it if you want the waterfall to, you know, fall off a certain way, a certain angle. So I just hope you find this video helpful, and thanks for your time. Right, I've more or less set it up. I'm just filling it up, and I'm just testing it out to see how it performs with both the fountain and the waterfall feature. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. But to be honest with you, they recommend it takes about an hour to do. I've spent about the best part of a day doing this.